I feel like in schools, especially secondaries, there's a simple divide of groups on people based off their expertise. I mean, this is why the terms nerd and jock exist, because they both originate from the playground. But in all seriousness, in school there are a spectrum of people who either hate sports and PE with every bone in their body, or love it and play for pretty much every after-school club in existence. Now if I'm going to be real with you, I don't know what you're expecting of me, but I'm definitely the first one. Personally, sports and being active never really suited me. What can I say, I'm a nerd. I barely go outside, so when it comes to shit like PE, I'm always the last to throw. This isn't because I'm in hatred of sports, it's just everyone's so damn competitive, and I am shit to everything and anything in PE. But being a boy in his teen years, you know, I'm kind of expected to be a sporty lad. But really, I'm not. I'm not at all. So I'm really not the person to listen to if you're into sports or PE. Seriously, go somewhere else if that's you, because you will hate me after this video. Anyways, what was I saying? PE. The shit I could say about the subject is endless. Number 1, they hate you for medical conditions. Number 2, never step foot in a boys' changing room. And number 3, oh my god, you're in bottom set? That's so low. What the hell? Plus ratio. Oh my god, what bozo. You get shit for everything you do. Seriously, the sheer amount of stories I have that come from the boys' changing room is overwhelming. Girls, let me put this into perspective for you. Shouting, shirtless, loud, fights, belts, whips, a literal cloud of every spray known to man that makes strong perfume throw up in its boots at the sight of this literal gas. Stink bombs, messy clothes, rowdy boys, slavery references, tall teachers. You stole my spot! What the hell? Get the fuck out of my spot! Get out of my way! People who claim spots from the start of term, disappear for the rest of the year, wait up until summer, and they throw a hissy fit at you for stealing their spot, despite the fact that it was never their spot in the first place, or they were never there to claim it. People throwing each other, people whacking each other, throwing bags at walls, people throwing children at walls. Hell. Imagine hell. But side tangent over, I feel like PE is an extremely hit or miss subject. I have it ranked 5 out of 10 on my timetable, but honestly, I don't really enjoy it half the time. And it all depends on, you know, who you're playing against and what you're playing. A good PE lesson can have you and all your mates on a team helping you out, and you can laugh and joke around whilst kicking ass against the other teams. And a bad lesson can be one where everyone shouts at you because you haven't slept in 3 days. In our school, we have terms, and each term we have less and less variety and less fun sports until it's narrowed down to just the same exact boring game of rounders for every lesson. Seriously, in the first term we had like football and basketball and gymnastics and rugby and track and all this fun stuff. And now it's literally just rounders. Rounders. Don't get me wrong. Rounders can be fun, but not after the 1,000th time of playing it. Seriously, we do nothing else. Why is it called PE when all we do is rounders? Why don't they change the name to rounders, gosh damn it? Right, listen. And this is a hot take, I know. Especially with everyone I know being in second or top set. But school football isn't fun. Now, I'm not saying football isn't fun. It can be. Just not when you're playing with the severity of a school game or tournament. Like, fuck that. And I'm gonna be real. I've never got any enjoyment out of football, and everyone I play with is so deeply ingrained with it, and I get it's our culture, but I just... Go in goal, Dexter! But I'm shit. Go in goal, you're tall. Dexter, gosh damn it, you were terrible, why didn't you say? This is why I don't like it, you see? Football is not my game. It might be yours, but it's certainly not mine. End of conversation. But Dexter, football is amazing. What are you on about? Believe what you want to believe, mate. Personally, it's not my thing. Rugby, on the other hand, I have no mercy in saying, fuck rugby, my hands go through enough pain as it is. Meanwhile, on the other hand of things, you have games that require bats and rackets, like rounders and tennis, which are okay games, I'll admit. I don't hate them, but I don't love them. But I do send the ball flying whether I want to or not, and it's just kind of funny. But in all honesty, I feel like there's one sport, or just something that everyone will enjoy in PE. At least, throughout my entire childhood I've been told that, and I've never found said sport. So recently, I made it my goal to try all of them to see what stuck. So like everyone did, I first tried football, but my feet don't work. I have Raynaud's for crying out loud. So then I tried rounders, which I'll admit, I'm okay at, and I enjoy a little bit, but it's really not my thing. Then I thought, you know what? Basketball would be perfect for me. I mean, with the fact that I'm 6'1" and everyone asks if I play basketball, and I'm too big for the goals in football, basketball would be perfect. And just throw the ball to me. Well, yeah, basketball made me realise I shouldn't be trusted with any balls, let alone my own. Ouch. But then again, throughout all of these sports, I realised something. In football, I can get to the ball faster than everyone else. In rounders, I beat my own teammate to making a full rounder and scored one for the team. And in basketball, I'm just genuinely speedy and fast. I'm fast. I have long legs. I'm built to sprint. Throughout my entire life, I have been an overwhelmingly fast runner, and not to brag, but in year 6, I destroyed the most athletic kid in our school at a race, and I got invited to this cross-country club. I threw up on the first day, but besides that, I was an amazing runner. And how do I know this? I have done races before, and surprisingly well at some of them. I won't be that up my ass to say I'm amazing, because, to be honest, cross-country is hard as hell, but I'm at least half decent. So anyway, that segues into my next point, sports days. I'll make a separate video on sports days if this one does well, but all you need to know is that every single sports day, something bad has happened to me. Like in year 8, I got stabbed by a pencil and my knee just bled everywhere. And a few hours later, whilst the actual sports day was happening, I got bitten by 3 ants in the exact same cut. I died. It also really didn't help that I got heat exhaustion a few days later and it had been the hottest numbers our country had ever seen. Ever. Sports days have always been hell for me, but there's one thing I thought about this time. You see, last year I was a nobody, and when my channel popped off, I started becoming recognised at my school, and people now know who I am. I have a crowd now. So I figured this year I'd push myself. So when the sign-ups for sports day commenced, as always, and the mention of the 100-metre sprint was brought up, the room went silent, with absolutely no one willing to put themselves up in the lane. So I signed up. I signed up for the 100-metre sprint, and I made it into the finals. And God help me, I'm gonna do terrible. I don't want to lose my reputation of being good at sprints, so if I lost this would break a trend that I've kept up for over 4 years. But I have a big group of friends who will all be supporting me, and an amazing girlfriend I know for a fact I'll be getting kisses from after I do this. And the people who are just fans of my YouTube seeing me go. It'll be surreal. And if you're a fan and happen to go to my school and be there on that day, please for the love of God support everyone who's doing any event. The sheer pressure they're going through is unparalleled to anything you feel like it needs to go through. So, in my words, cheer them all on. And wish me luck. I am not ready for what I'm going to go through.